Howdy y'all, Wyrm here. Welcome to episode 3 of the Class Lore series. If you're new to these episodes of mine, we explore the lore behind the classes of Final Fantasy XIV, a subject rarely touched upon due to them being overshadowed by the main jobs. In this episode, we will be exploring the lore behind a class that leads into one of the most recognizable jobs in Final Fantasy XIV. That class is the Lancer. As usual, let's start off with the description of the Lancer from the official FF14 website. The Lancer is a master of polearm weapons, which have evolved from humble hunting tools. In former times, the long spear saw the most widespread use, due in great part to the influence of the proud Lancer legions of Ala Mhigo. The Lancer's weaponry has since expanded to include other lethal implements, such as the halberd and trident. While it is no easy task to wield a polearm as if it were an extension of one's body, those who master the lancing arts come to be as a raging storm before their enemies, capable of delivering a barrage of devastating thrusts and slashes. The official description actually tells you quite a lot about the class. Like in real life and in most games, the wielding of the spear is usually one of the first combat arts to develop, and it's no different than FF14, being one of the oldest classes. The art of wielding the lance in Eorzea traces its roots back many eras past, but current writings have it first appear in the records of the 6th Astral Era. At this time, the world was still reeling from the calamity of water, brought about by the 6th Umbral Era. Magic was blamed for causing it, as the Magi Wars of many nations had decimated the land right before it occurred. As a result, magic was outlawed in Eorzea in all forms. Since magic had fallen out of favour, the physical arts were the choice of most in this age of restoration. The art of wielding the lance in combat had always been held in high regard, used by ancient hunters, and was widely used by the Elezen race. They carried this art into the Twelves Wood with them, and it was also adopted by the Huer that joined with the Elezen to found the nation of Gelmora. Scholar accounts and historical documents state that those of royal blood in Gelmora wielded the polearm as their weapon of choice. Given this status, the lance maintained its importance in Gelmoran society, right until the age when they emerged from the nation below to found the new nation of Gridania. Like all nations that exist, they needed a group to ensure security and defend its borders. For Gridania, that was the Wood Whalers, formed as Gridania was founded. The lance proved to be the perfect weapon for the Wood Whalers to wield, and ensured the safety of the Twelves Wood. It was a result of the lance being wielded by the Wood Whalers that word of its art spread across Eorzea by any who travelled to or made contact with Gridania. Competition between those of different arts was fairly common, thus people from all over travelled to Gridania to test their arts against the art of the lance in friendly competition and in the spirit of learning and sharing. This became the norm and continued on for many years, but it wasn't until roughly 100 years before our present day that an individual within the Wood Whaler ranks saw the potential of this and came up with an idea that would change everything. Mistali, as this person was known, resigned as a captain of the Wood Whalers and formed the guild that today is known as the Lancers Guild. They formed this guild to learn from the arts of those visiting Gridania via sparring and teaching. It was at this point that the art of the Lancer we know today was born, building upon the ancient arts passed down for centuries, honed and developed by learning from the arts of those who came to test their might against the Lancers of Gridania. Today, the art of the Lancer has spread outside Gridania and can be found across the world, from the basic arts of training recruits and armies to the pits of the gladiatorial arenas. As mentioned in the official lore, the Lancers of Ala Mhigo were also prominent in this time, serving in the armed legions of their fighting forces. While the legions are now long gone, their impact remains in their resistance, to which many are lance wielders like the legions that preceded them. For us, wielding the art of the lance and the skills of the Lancer leads us to Ishgard, where our arts are combined with our own skills to draw the attention of those who would allow us to learn an even more advanced art based on Lancer fundamentals. I speak of course of the Dragoon, a great art of Ishgard, which only a few are chosen to wield, and thanks to our studies with the lance in the Lancers Guild, we are one such person to join their ranks. And there you have it, the lore of the Lancer in Final Fantasy XIV. I hope you found this video enjoyable and informative. If either is the case, please consider leaving a like, and especially leave a comment regarding your opinions on the Lancer. If you want to see more videos like this, head over to my channel. I have a bunch uploaded already. And also hit that subscribe button to stay tuned for more. Thanks all, and now, as always, have a good one.